And we have some speakers here. First on the list is Dwayne Key, coordinator of the South Providence Neighborhood Association.
Thank you so very much, Terry, and to all those who did that reenactment. I wasn't at that meeting. I facilitated the prior community meeting, which we had to force them to do. But that reenactment was also basically replaying what happened during that community meeting. So it was just as disheartening to have to live through that and see that and endure it. But it was really comical to see how, in reality, where it really did play out and what was the message that was being said to our neighbors here. Once again, I am happy to see all of you here supporting this particular issue and our cause of preventing displacement and really having a true and inclusive housing strategy that welcomes everyone, regardless of your income, your asset level, your race, your color, your creed, to be here, to stay here, and to live here, and enjoy all the successes that they claim are coming here to benefit the neighborhood. You should be able to enjoy what comes here, not just the wealthy. Yeah. Everyone. If we're here, let's say it.
I don't see too many millionaires over on this side, but so that's where our community at.
There you go. But again, in that particular issue, we want to have policies that are inclusive, not segregationist. Let's call it what it is.
Where is CBS in all the people that's supposed to be? Other thing that I see, where they at? They nobody here. They're not recognizing us.
And that's what I'm going into my next point is their message has already been very clear as to what they're telling you. This is not just a simple thing about this building and this structure.
We're not getting
Let me finish. This is not just about a building and the structure. This is one of the many battles on a war for the soul of our city.
Yes, you're right.
What type of city do we want to be? Are we one in which we are saying, and remember, we've had some folks who hold some political positions say, oh, we're going to be anti-racist. And yet the process and this project is inherently racist. We had some folks that they just announced about what, a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, we're going to present this anti-displacement and comprehensive housing plan. While at the same time, we're allowing a project to go through that is going to displace. We want to be the creative capital, and yet we're not allowing the creativity of boldness to simply say no. Simply say no. So let's be very clear about what's going on. And my mother told me this years ago. People only do to you what you allow them to do, and what you allow is what will continue. So we in our city, through who we've elected, who they have appointed to allow this stuff to happen, is what's going on. So, Leroy, to your point, what do? And so the next step is
laws.
So, first of all, we already have laws. The laws are not being enforced.
No.
So
they got the law saying for the right contractor, if they feel like it. And if we don't feel like it, we don't do it.
So again,
we want a law saying that this is law, and if you don't do it now, we can take action without going to jail.
So, Leroy, what I'm telling you right now is that policy, if you read it again, is actually there. They're interpreting it in a different way. There you go.
Who enforcing it?
There you go.
We got to enforce our own stuff. If we don't enforce our own stuff, ain't nobody going to enforce it. Ain't nobody going to give us nothing. First of all, they don't want to give it to us. Now we can wait for somebody to give it to you? No, we have to go get it and make sure if the law say we supposed to have it, we take the law out of our hand and go get what's mine. I don't want what's yours. 10% out of 100%?
No, we don't want 10%. We actually want 100%.
I don't care what we want.
We want
10% is what they say we're supposed to have. Give me the 10% and the community will do better. The Portuguese, don't worry about the Portuguese. Don't worry about the women.
They want
10%.
This is not just black business. This is the housing. This is everything.
Yes.
Yeah, this is everything.
All that's included with that 10%.
All of that.
If you give me 10%, I'm going to be able to get a job, give you here a job, this one a job, and they're going to be able to pay the rent.
There you
They're
go.
going to be able to buy
Or own a home.
You know what I mean? Own a home.
Yeah.
That's out of that 10%. When you get 90%, you won't give me 10%? Come on, man.
Okay, let's
I'm not arguing with you. I'm telling you what the deal is.
Oh, I know the deal is because I'm living it because I've already seen it. And what I'm saying
Something
is,
got to change.
well, all of it has to change. What's going on right now can
Give
go
me
on
my
anymore.
10%. Give me 10%. We
And
can
if
start
you
right
want
there.
10%, great for you, Leroy. I want one and all. I want 100%.
I want 100%.
Everything that we do needs to be benefiting those who are already existing here. They need to respect. They need to respect and adhere to the plan that was already in place when it comes to the neighborhood plan. They need to respect and adhere to the historical quality and character of the neighborhood. They need to adhere and respect and understand that when they do something, such as charging $1,200 or $1,400 a month for rent for a single bedroom home, one bedroom.
Hey, you can't do that without a paycheck.
Again.
Calm down, man. You can't do that without a paycheck. We want that money. We can get
That stuff has to end. When you say, no, we're not going to even hire locally from anyone who already lives here for any job, that has to go today. So again, it's all of these things. It's this protest. It's remembering in 2022, we got some people up for city council and up for mayor. Remember that. Just mark your calendars.
All of that.
Okay? It's up to us in terms of being here and letting this developer know that this doesn't, it's not going away. It's not going away. Yeah, you got round one. You still got a lawsuit you got to deal with. You still got us you got to deal with. And you still have the situation of, is this really what you want to have for your reputation? Because we just won't stop here with this project. I'll be at protesting at every single project and development that you're doing until you get the message. We want, we demand, we command that some projects like this do not go on any further. As far as I'm concerned, again, with this project, cease and desist. End it. Shred your plans, your blueprints, whatever it is, start all over. We demand that whatever you're charging needs to be truly reflected in, I want to say, affordable. $1,400 and affordable. More importantly, those who said if you were anti-racist, you really need to do it. You can't just say it. If you see that this is something that's going to be harmful to black and brown folks, such as excluding them from being able to live here, and increasing their rents when you talk about affordability and market rate, which is going to drive them out, and you don't do anything to stop it, you're not being anti-racist. You're being racist. If you want to sit up here and pretend like you were doing something with a nice little PowerPoint presentation on displacement, and yet the very thing that you should be doing, stopping stuff like this, and you do nothing, you're not being anti-displacement.
That's right.
That's right, Dwayne.
Tell them.
More importantly, I know that we've been sitting here like we're waiting on them. Leroy actually had a good point. We can't wait on them anymore. We now need to be creating and telling them what we want them to do. Plain and simple. So, what I challenge everyone is join with DARE, with SBNA, with all the other groups. Start making sure you're creating your own policies. Leroy, you gather up the black contractors, you bring another one down here to watch. You're going to do that.
Capacity. We don't have capacity.
Oh, then we're going to make capacity for them. We'll make capacity. We're going to make capacity. We need to make sure that when we talk about rent control, rent stabilization, rent whatever you want to call it, is in place. I know that there was an ordinance that was submitted. It's been in committee. We need to get out of committee. You need to get on the floor to pass and become law in the city. Here you go. It is those very basic foundational things, as I was saying, that we already have in place, and you're right, enforcement. And so we now need to find ways to get on our city government and that planning department and all those other departments that allow this process to go through to change.
Our own enforcement, we have to enforce stuff ourselves. We don't wait for nobody else to enforce it. Come on.
And if you live in a neighborhood, and we've been talking about this, you have that CPC, you got those zoning boards, you got all those other boards and commissions. Another way that we need to make sure we're doing is being a part of those decision-making bodies that will stop that.
That's right.
Stop it in its tracks.
But it's an election time, and we need to talk to the people that represents us and come over here and talk to us straight up. Come to the center.
They voted to let it
You
go
understand? We
through.
don't see them till the time come for the vote. We want to see them.
And make sure that whatever you demand is in writing. So that if they don't do what they said they were going to do, then the next election cycle they go.
Well, good.
I think I've been going enough longer because this is a topic which we talk about all the time, displacement, gentrification, and you're absolutely right, housing is a human right. No, we don't want it. Yes, it's colonization, let's call it for what it is. Yes, it's segregation, let's call it for what it is. Yes, it's racist, classist, elitist, oppressive, and simply exclusionary. Thank you again. I look forward to all of you just following us on this fight, on this war for the soul of our city and what we truly want to be. Inclusive. Here for all of us. And a city that says you are welcome here, whether you've been here 20 years, your whole life, whether you have an income $1 or $1 million. You are here. We're going to have a community that is inclusive of all of us and that puts the people first.
All minorities, huh?
Black, indigenous, and people of color. I'm going to say black. I'm sorry right now. I know Black Lives Matter. I'm going to put them there black. We're going to make sure that's up where I'm living at primarily. But yes, we're all going to put this.
Bristle are great.
Absolutely. So I'm going to hand it back on over to Terry. Thank you all so very much. And let's continue on with this war that we have to get to win.
That's right.